Greetings and welcome to Guild Wars 2 Weekly, your weekly source of Guild Wars 2 news and info. I'm your host, Zol Fury, and in the headlines for the past week. Unfortunately, there has been no official news in the last couple weeks. However, in the past couple weeks, there was this article from MMORPG.com. This was a very good read, and it delved into the importance of the environment in a game, and particularly the importance of the environment in Guild Wars 2, and the masterful job that ArenaNet is doing with it. Also in the last couple weeks, G4TV released the 16-minute special. In this special, they interviewed a few of the devs of ArenaNet, and kind of gave us a tour of their new office. This video, though not terribly informative, is still pretty entertaining, and it's definitely worth the 16 minutes of your time. That's all for the news this week, so let's move on to our lore feature. Today we are going to finish up the series on the 6 human gods, with the newest god, Kormir. Kormir is the goddess of order, light, and truth. She is by far the newest of the 6 gods, having risen to power only 250 years ago, following the defeat of Abaddon, at the end of the Nightfall campaign. During her mortal life, Kormir was the leader of the Order of the Sun Spears, which had the sole purpose of protecting Alona. Towards the end of her mortal life, Abaddon was threatening Alona with certain destruction. Aided by the heroes, she led an attack against the fallen god. Though Abaddon was chained and destroyed, his unbound magics began to spiral out of control, threatening Alona. Kormir knew what she had to do. She ran ahead and absorbed all of it, thus preventing the world from being destroyed. In the process, though, she absorbed Abaddon's power, becoming the goddess of order, spirit, and truth. And here we have an excerpt from the Scriptures of Kormir, as seen on the Guild Wars 2 wiki page. As always, feel free to read along. And so it came to pass that the Spear Marshal Kormir, hero of all Alona, was pulled into the inky blackness surrounding the God of Secrets. And though her sight had been robbed, her body tormented, and her spirit flayed, she remained resolute. And so was she joined within the realm of torment by fearless allies and great heroes, who stood at her side as she sought to thwart Nightfall. Together they did battle through fear and anguish and madness, until at last they stood before the face of the imprisoned god, he who had challenged the 5 and lost. He who threatened to break the chains placed upon him by the other gods, he who now sought to bring Nightfall to the world, the dark god, Abaddon. And so did Kormir and her allies engage the Dark God in titanic battle. And through her power and their combined skill and bravery, and the blessings of the 5 true gods, did Abaddon, at last, face his ultimate defeat. Yet, the power of a god cannot be destroyed, and Kormir, making a choice that only a mortal could make, did take upon herself the mantle of the goddess of truth, with all its power and responsibility, all its dominion and duties. And so, by mortal hands, did the new immortal enter creation. Well, that wraps things up for the day. I certainly hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to tune in on Thursday, where we will take a look at the resilient humans. I'm Zol Fury, and I'll see you then.